What's up, boys? Road to Lamborghini, episode 19. So we are here, okay, we've arrived in Valencia. I'll give you a quick room tour. I mean, it'll also be on my vlog, so there's a vlog coming out, which I've already started recording. But you come in, right, here's the door. You open the door. It might have been better from the other side. Anyway, who cares? You got a little table there. Not little, actually, quite big. Then you go in here. I think the camera makes it look a little bit smaller than it actually is. But anyway, there's a little kitchen part. You got a sofa, which is actually a pull-out bed as well, but I won't be needing that. And then you've obviously got the big bed, which is obviously where I sleep, which is actually pretty huge. Nice windows as well. And then you go in here. You already know what that is, toilet, all right? Bathroom. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's actually a very, very nice accommodation. It's quite spacious, especially for one person. Anyway, let's get back to the episode, right? So, morning routine. Bro, did it just zoom in on my feet? Anyway, morning routine is already done. Well, most of it's done. Obviously, I'm finishing this video up as well. The plan of attack for today, actually, I've got it in my notebook. Here is the plan of attack for today. So, obviously, I've done the morning routine, recording this video as well. Then I'm gonna go and buy breakfast from a local shop, so I'm gonna find some fruit. See if they have any fruit, which they don't have in England, which is probably quite a high likelihood. Right, go to the beach. I wanna go surfing as well if possible. Obviously, I gotta put on sunscreen and make sure to write it down. Go to the gym early in the morning, because otherwise I either won't end up going. I mean, I will go, or at least do a home workout, but it's just gonna be so hot if I go later on. And then what does that say? Yeah, morning routine. Turn on AC, I had to make sure I put that on as well because it's hot in here. Continue filming the vlog, obviously. A couple other things as well, which I'm not gonna mention right now. But yeah, just working, man, just grinding, but also having a lot of fun. To be honest, on these trips, boys, I will admit it is very, very hard to get work done because they're just like, when I'm only here for like 7 nights, you wanna enjoy it. But I gotta set a schedule, like, okay, from this time to this time I work. Because that's the best sort of way to do it. I mean, to be honest, either way, I'm never gonna go broke again, right? And I've got so much self-trust in that and so much belief because I know how to sell high ticket and I've done it and I changed lives. Literally, we had a client last month, and this isn't even a pitch. This was just something that came across my mind. We had a client last month, his name is Riyad, right? He's actually a US client. He joined on, I think it was May the 23rd, or May the 23rd. He actually sent me the message. I would show you, but I'm literally recording it on my camera. But he joined May the 23rd, and then we were on a catch-up call, I think 2 or 3 days ago. I posted on my Instagram as well, you see, but he made a video testimonial as well. And he got to 10K a month, right? It was over 10K a month, it was like 11.5K or something. Over 10K a month after being broke 1 month ago. And he was literally broke, he was making less than 1K a month. And then he goes to 10K a month next month. That's how quickly your life can change when you get the right guidance, you have the right information, and you know what you're doing. Right, but anyway, that's absolutely nuts. But as I was saying, I'll never go broke again. Like, if worse comes to worse, like, if I don't get any work done on this trip, and I just have a bunch of fun, here's the key, and I'll tell you this right now. This is what my mentor says. He says, don't be in no man's land. Either be working, or be playing hard, right? Having a lot of fun, exploring the city, meeting the girls, getting into the culture, right? Going surfing, having the time of your life, or also be locked in and maybe do a little bit of work, right? But don't be in the middle where you're working like 7 hours in the day and you're not really locked in, you can't really focus, it's kind of on and off work. But then you're also trying to have some fun, but you don't end up having as much fun because you also work. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Right? You need to be in no man's land. That's how I think of it as well. Now, that doesn't mean you can't balance it, right? For me, I think the only balance I can actually find would be working from about 10, because here people wake up quite late, or 8:30, 9, whatever, till 1, 2, right, that sort of time. So working for like 3-4 hours in between that. That's the only sort of thing that I could find, because any later than that, I want to go out, I want to have fun, etc. Right? Plus, there's a problem as a siesta here. So today, I don't think I will get a whole lot of work done, but I'll certainly book some calls for tomorrow and stuff, then that'll force me to be back. I have got some calls actually this evening. But yeah, like, and this is what I was going to say is, worst comes to worst, and this is the best thing about selling a high ticket and actually changing lives and having an amazing service and not having to work a 9 to 5, is I can come here, right, for a week and spend whatever. Like, it's not even that expensive, it's like 2K or something, right, for the whole week. Probably less, to be honest. Probably like 1.5K, that's the Airbnb, with the flights, with going out. Like, I don't really care like about spending much money. Obviously, I'm not going to go out to the clubs or anything to buy bowls. I'm not an idiot, right? But I don't really care. Like, I spend some money on Uber. In fact, boys, I'll tell you one thing. I hope this is just in the airport. I hope it's not ever around the city. But an Uber was 28 euros, which, by the way, again, as I say, I don't really care too much about money. But 28 euros for about a 15-minute drive is crazy. Like, in Lisbon, you'd be looking at like 6 euros. Right, 28 euros. I was actually amazed by it. I was like, what the hell? But anyway, I don't know if it's like an extra airport charge. But yeah, so far Valencia looks amazing. But as I was saying, right, let me get to the point. Sorry, I've missed it about 10 times. If worst comes to worst, right, I can literally do this for the rest of my life because I can just go back home, right, basically live rent-free apart from obviously, you know, I like to support my mum, dad, etc. But not really have many expenses. You know, stack some cash for a month or for 3 weeks, 2 weeks. But I could even do it for a week and then go again for a month. Like I could literally, I'm telling you for a fact, if I could do this for the rest of my life, I could do this, right? I could go to any country on the planet for 3 weeks, all right, for 21 days, and then come back home somewhere where the bills and expenses are super low, like less than 1K, stack a bunch of cash, lock in for a week, literally just 7-8 days, maybe 1 to 2 weeks, and then go again for 3 weeks, go again for 4 weeks. Right, and then go again for a couple weeks at home. Or like just go to a cheap country and not spend much money and just lock in. Like that is so simple. I'll tell you what, if you want to lock in, don't go to a country with a beach. Don't go to a country with a beach, I'm telling you. Unless you're extremely good at focusing and you're there for a while so you can get a strict schedule in. Otherwise, don't do it, because even here in Valencia, I know for a fact I'm going to spend a lot of time on the beach. Right, and then it's hard to get back before a certain time, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like selling high tickets is the best thing in the world when you actually know what you're doing and when you're coaching people, when you're changing lives. And that's not, again, this isn't a pitch or anything. This is just to tell you, like, bro, there's ways out there to make money online where you can travel the world, where you can literally document your whole life like I do and make a ton of money, be able to retire a parent, support your family, travel the world, not have to worry about money, never have to work a 9 to 5 again, and just be chilling in Valencia as a random 17-year-old. I'm not even 18 yet. I'm turning 18 a week yesterday, right? So yeah, but I don't know what else I've really had. I didn't really have too much of a plan for this. I guess I've got my book Outsmarting Reality, but I don't think, because I read it loads yesterday, I don't think I'll read too much of it. I'll just tell you what the key principles were. So it's about self-trust. Okay, you need to trust yourself. The less you trust yourself, the less your frequency is going to materialize into your reality, which means the less you can alter your reality, meaning the less you can actually design and create your reality, like I spoke about yesterday. Okay, so you need to be able to just like really trust yourself and know for a fact that you can pull it off, and you will pull it off. It's not even can, that you will pull it off, right? Every single one of you should have that unwavering belief that regardless of what happens in your life, you will pull it off. Even if it takes 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 3 years, it doesn't matter, you will pull it off. And I can tell you that's for a fact, okay? Because two years ago, right, just less than 2 years ago now, I was flat broke, I had nothing to my name. Now I'm literally chilling here in Valencia after going to Lisbon 2 weeks ago, right? Chilling here in Valencia in a beautiful accommodation for 4 people, traveling here solo, right? And be able to go to the beach, go, you know, spend some time in the culture and make money while I'm here, right? In fact, I'd be amazed. I mean, unless I worked literally 0 minutes, I'd be amazed if I didn't make more money here than I've spent on this trip, right? In the 7 days or 7 nights that I'm here. Like, it's almost impossible because of the way my business is structured. Okay, but yeah, you can do it, bro. Like, you can honestly achieve whatever you want to achieve. You've just got to put your mind to it, have self-trust, have belief, and never, ever, ever give up. Okay, I spoke to a guy worth 150 million pounds, who's actually a famous politician, so I'm not going to say his name for that sake. But I spoke to him, he's worth 150 million pounds. Okay, and I asked him for his best business advice, and he said business advice was more like publicity, just get attention, you know, get as many eyeballs on you as possible. But then his mindset advice and the main advice was just persevere. Okay, that's literally what he said. He said people start a business and they think in a week it's gonna work well. It doesn't, things go wrong. They think in a month it's gonna go well. No, things go wrong. 1 year, things are gonna go perfectly. No, things aren't ever gonna run smoothly. You've always got problems. You've always got things that you've gotta solve. This is the whole reality and the beautiful thing about business. Okay, how boring would life be if there were no problems? So enjoy it, keep on going, and that's literally not even coming from me, that's coming from someone who's worth 150 million pounds. So with that said, that's the end of this video. Follow my Instagram, boys. I'm going to be dropping everything there. You'll also be the first ones to know about my vlog dropping if you follow my Instagram as well. And yeah, see you boys tomorrow.